Welcome to my table. I'm going to go ahead and jump into the cards and see what the universe has to share with the collective. Take what resonates and all that jazz. Let's see why you clicked on this video, because I have no idea right now. See what your current situation is. The Six of Wands. So you're sitting kind of high, feeling the love. People are reciprocating what you're putting out, and it's looks to be good. Seis de Bastos, Six of Wands. So let's find out what else is going on. Here's your, oh shit. That's your challenge. And, well, yeah. I don't know if that would be reversed or not. What a cluster. So, Ace of Wands as the challenge to your Six of Wands. So it just really looks like you have a brand new insight or brand new impulse, either within the Six of Wands or since then. It's either came to your, and it being like so like if you just came up with a new business idea after you open the business, or or this could be the idea that prompted the business, and now you have a business because of this idea. Either way, it's they're definitely interconnected. So it can be it's totally it could be a good or a bad thing. I guess we're going to find out more. I'm thinking this would be your oh yeah. So your need to focus on would be the Nine of Pentacles. And what you're leaving in the past would be your Eight of Swords. So the Nine of Pentacles is the slowest moving energy of all the knights, but steadfast and sturdy. Very, very dependable. Very showing up every day, no matter what. Sick, rain, snow, there, and that's a good place to keep your focus, especially with these new situations that you have going on. And the Eight of Swords, it would just be a leaving behind a state of complete self-isolation or self-restrained but very much a situation that you can find your way out of. I mean, this is not exactly like the best, you know, BDSM tie-up job that I've ever seen. Like it's pretty thinly wrapped, and but you are blindfolded and you're restrained with your with a foot on land and a foot in the water. So a foot on the grounded and a foot in your emotions. Um, but I mean, you can't drown in this little 2 inch puddle. So definitely something that it seems as though you've already left it behind, and you're on to bigger and better things, like this brand new beautiful ace of ace of wands. Let's see what your strengths are. Death. So death being your strengths, that's interesting. So somebody that your strength would definitely be something that, or would be portrayed as somebody that's completely reinventing themselves at all times, able to have one mask die off and have the new one up and ready like right afterwards. And this is I mean, people can see this as like, people can try and like kind of hate on this, but it's being a chameleon in the most beautiful shape shifting sense. uh, that you know, you can wear one hat and just get completely bored with it and move on to the next. You know what I mean? It can be it can roll into a negative thing if you are like starting things and then not finishing them and then just running off and leaving your sand castle like halfway put up. You know what I mean? That's not very conducive to you know, growing and building beautiful things. But I don't think that that's where you're at. I think that this death being in your strengths, this is something that is something that you have down pat. And this Ace of Wands is nothing new to you. This probably comes or co-lines with whatever transformation you go through. It probably co-lines with the new Ace of Wands, I would venture to guess. Or it could happen like that. Interesting, very interesting. Your near future. Queen of Wands. So that would be, I'm guessing you have kind of a witchy quality to you. The Queen of the Wands is known for being a little witchy. Got the black hat and the sunflower. She's she's mysterious. There's a lot of wands. Death, pentacles. There's a lot of wands there. But so it's a good. It's actually, things are going very well towards the near future, because you're going from the Six of Wands, using that Ace of Wands, and embodying the Queen of Wands, and that's hot shit, man. Like that's where you're trying to go, and that's not a bad place to be for your immediate future. Let's get some advice. Can I get some advice for our Queen of Wands? Two of Wands. So, I mean, this advice is not going to be revolutionary. It's fairly simple, but sometimes the best advice and the best things are fairly simple. More or less, um, and another one, realizing I would say being aware of the duality between your inspirations, between your fiery impulses, um, and really taking a look at your map as you're going forward and how you want to traverse it. Um, Something to that effect. What is the current environment looking like? Probably do an oracle card too. I know where I put those. Current environment, please. Page of Cups. Odd card for environment, but maybe an environment that you weren't expecting. Maybe an emotionally not turbulent, but definitely a new environment that was kind of a surprise. Um, that were kind of putting you in a emotionally charged space that you're not maybe used to. Being all being used to all your fiery impulses to come into a new environment where it's a lot of emotions and a lot of water is going to put you a little bit out of your element, but I have a feeling that you should be able to navigate it fairly easily. The hopes and fears. The Tower. So a little piece of advice if you care to partake. Uh, Try your best not to focus on what can go wrong. Focusing on what can really go right is a very, very powerful place to be in. This is pretty basic. I'm sure, basic manifesting and, the whole new age, keep it positive, all that shit. Um, but just it's very easy to get sucked down that road of the what ifs, the what have yous, and totally getting almost addicted to seeing the calamity, the possible calamity of everything. But how many times? We've survived everything that we've ever encountered over the course of our lives. Everything. We have 100% success rate, survival rate. You know what I mean? On things that we worried about that didn't didn't happen at all, or they did happen and we survived it, or they you know something happened that was completely not even in our wasn't even in our realm of thinking. You know what I mean? The universe has a very interesting way of keeping us on our toes, and I think it really does have our best interest at heart. It wants to help us. It wants to. I mean, there's lessons to be learned, but it's. I think in all there's definitely it's predominantly love. So the tower is, yeah, a possibility, but definitely not something that you need to focus on. Focus on what you've been doing already, which is a lot of good stuff, and keeping that momentum. A lot of horses, a lot of horsepower, a lot of. They're all going in the same direction too. That's definitely it's giving me alignment. So whatever this path is that you're on, this fiery new path, I see it. I can see how like it would be maybe it would be easy to focus on this just because of the nature of whatever it is you're doing, but I think you're going to succeed. So let's get the potential outcome. The Four of Pentacles. So financial stability and doing what financially stable people do, hold on to their monies. Bam. Just keep your eye on the prize. And let me see what I got in my bag of tricks. Oh, I was looking for that. Oh. So sorry. Hold, please. Yes, there we go. Now we're in business. Let's get you an oracle card to go along with this. An oracle card to go with this beautiful reading. I guess that's the one. Because you're the one. Sky Dancer. Ring of Fire. Woo! This is a hot message. And Whispers on the Wind. Interesting. We got air, space, and fire being represented. Let's go with Sky Dancer. Shared wisdom, the ability to give freely. An ageless woman is floating freely in space. She has a halo made of a conjoined sun and moon around her head, just like the High Priestess. She sprinkles her mind treasures down into the world. You're able to share life's wisdom with others without embarrassment. You're free of outmoded conventions, unconcerned about other people's, I'm guessing, opinions of you. You have the courage of your convictions and inspire many people to loosen the grip of their ego. If you do happen to spiral into negativity, try not to let yourself become spaced out, and feel unworthy of the jewel of your mind. Think better of yourself, but don't become egocentric. Keep loosening the ego to achieve your goals. Dope. Man, this is a dark room I'm looking at. Let me do something about the lighting up in here. It's like a cave. Everybody loves a good nighttime reading in the dark. Okay, the Ring of Fire. We must remember the boundary between our unbridled passions and the higher self. A ring of flames rises up with the power to protect the rich ruby of the mind. You're emotionally steady and not following your passions headlong into lustful entanglements. You have the ability to steer your passions in an artful and creative way without consuming others with your fire. In the negative, possibly. Be mindful and learn how to discriminate between neurotic attachment and true compassion. Negative would only be if they came in reverse, but I like to read the negatives because they usually have some pearls in there that are, good, priceless. Whispers in the wind. Excuse me. Whispers on the wind. This is the inner voice of wisdom. A lot of wisdom. Sprinkles, a lot of wisdom in general. This is the inner voice of wisdom, the ability to trust the intuitive messages from within. A figure is flying in swirling currents of air, and a bird is supported on its own currents, symbolizing whispered words of wisdom. The figure is crowned with a headdress of feathers and wind energy, symbolizing spiritual flight. Your mind is able to flow effortlessly on your spiritual journey. Your resulting actions are spontaneous and appropriate in all situations. You're true to your inner self, clean and pure. You give credit where it's due and don't sit in judgment of others. Rather, you rejoice in their success. Rock on. If you do happen to spiral into the negativity, you may be aware of anxiety growing within you. You could even face sleepless nights where you question your own mind and fill it with doubt. Do not fear loss of affection at this time. And try not to blow things out of proportion. In the clear light of day, everything may appear different. So, not focusing on that stuff, Those are only possibilities. And you can just run around and sprinkle that wisdom all over your colleagues, coworkers, family, friends, wherever this all might transpire. Okay, that is what I have for you today. Thank you for tuning in and have a good one. Bye.